And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what's going on? My name is Rex, and this is your Daily Chat Season 2, Episode 87 for May the 17th, 2017. What's going on, everyone? How y'all been doing? So, what's this about losing weight? Well, I guess as good as time as any to talk about it. So, on Saturday, it was one of my, old friend's birthday party. And he's like, hey, come over. And I did. So, because it's my friend, I felt like I was obligated to put pants on for it, okay? Now, as you guys all know, 99% of the time, I am wearing gym shorts of some variety. Almost all the time. And I pretty much never wear pants unless it's for an external business meeting, because I just don't feel like I should have to care anymore. I feel like I've gone to that point where, well, people's opinions don't matter to me, and unless it's a paycheck involved, pants aren't really all that important. So, I put pants on because it's a special occasion. Apparently I have been eating ever so slightly too much ice cream and carrot cake and cookies, and it kind of took its toll. Hang on one second. And it kind of took its toll. Okay, it really did. And because of that, I have decided to try and lose the weight. I'm gonna aim for 30 pounds by August. I only really need to shed about 15, which I'll probably have done by, call it next month at the rate that I'm going. I'm going to weigh myself tomorrow and see how I've been doing for the last, week. It should be pretty good, though. Yeah, I know the feeling. It's just one more bite. Yeah, dude, and the worst part is, too, is, he had ice cream cake from a very good ice cream parlor here in town called Marble Slab. It's a franchise. And you guys know them in the US as Cold Stones. So he bought an ice cream cake from there. It was vanilla ice cream with raspberry puree and raspberries mixed in. It was delicious. But yeah, because of that, I'm like, nope, these pants are too tight. I did my interview that prior Friday with the Earthfall devs, and because of that, I saw, you ever see those really fat dudes? I mean, the real big ones. And you see they're when they sit down, you see their shirt, and you see the button has a wrinkle in it, like this, because it's stressed so tight. Okay, that's how my shirt looked to me on Friday. When I looked down during my interview, I saw that wrinkle in the button. And mind you, the party wasn't even until Saturday. So on Friday, I had made this conscious decision to lose the weight. And yeah, I'm gonna lose this weight. I'm hell bent on it. It might take a little bit, but I'll get there. It's just a matter of really willpower and self-control. Two things when it comes to food I severely lack, but it is something I'm aiming for. I should be doing okay. Well, we're gonna weigh ourselves tomorrow morning, see how it goes. Lately, I've been having kind of some adverse reactions to my change in diet. So that's been interesting to have to deal with. Not used to that. That's never happened before. I've seen fat guys whose stomach sticks out just always. Oh, God, dude. No. There's a lot of things I don't want to have to live through. One is dementia. 2 is old age. 3 is just, if I'm ever that fat, just kill me, because I would have given up at that point. I would have just absolutely given up, and as a result, it really just do me a favor and put me out of my misery. It's not worth it. Damn, girl, those are some biceps. Damn. So that's what the weight loss thing is all about. We're gonna get there. 10 viewers, is it a new record? No, it's really not. Nah, dude, nah, man, the Daily Chat, I've had a lot more people than 10. It's a record, I guess, for this time slot, but even then, it's kind of touch and go. But how you been, Three Fingers, man? What's going on? So today is going to be kind of a quick news day, quick stream, because I unfortunately do have to go to bed super early. I've got a meeting with a lawyer tomorrow and a business meeting tomorrow, and I got to go see my mom tomorrow. So it's a very busy day tomorrow, and I actually have to be up before noon. Godrex, you take things so literal. Man, you gotta use one of those fonts that, like, express the sarcasm. Sounds fun. I'm doing well, working a lot. How are you? I'm good, man. A little bit stressed, but overall I'm good. Lawyer? Yeah, man. Power vids. Yeah. I gotta meet with a lawyer tomorrow, man. It's a whole predatory lending case that I'll probably end up making a pretty in-depth video on later on, but I'm gonna talk to a lawyer tomorrow. We got to figure out what we're gonna do here, how we're gonna handle it, and we're gonna go from there. It's a whole. I didn't do anything, man. It's actually not for me. It's actually for Mama Rex. So yeah, it's for her, but she's 70, man. She's still working. She's got herself like all like busy. So I'm stepping in, and I'm gonna take over. So it's a whole thing, man. Nice hair. What up, Johnny Stickshift? How you doing, man? Yeah, so I'm not too wild about it. Now, luckily, the person I'm meeting with is a friend from high school, so at least I'll get to see one of my friends. But it's one of those things, you never want to have to visit your friend who's in a position of like that level of authority under those circumstances. That's not a thing that you want. Did she get caught up in a scam? I wouldn't say scam. I'd say more like very shady business practices. Like very, very shady business practices. And yeah, it was, we're going to look into it. There's a whole bunch of laws we have to sift through, find out if these were violated. But the beauty is, though, my mom is 70. She's frail. She has declining health now because of all the stress from this issue. And yeah, we're going to be having a very in-depth conversation tomorrow about this. Yeah, it's look, let me put it this way. This is not something you ever want to have to deal with just ever. You never want to have these conversations with any lawyer. If at all possible, just avoid them. You like a bean burrito? Nope, don't eat burritos. So yeah, that's the plan. So today we're just going to be like breezing through. There won't be any Smite or any post talk show gaming like we've been doing for the last few weeks. We're just going to plow through, quickly talk about the highlights of the day, and just boogie on out of here, man. So, well, any tech news? Muppets Puppets Head? Sure. Why not? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Let's get into the first article of today. Beam.pro, people, I'm not switching the thing over for you. Sorry, I just don't feel like doing it. Here we go. YouTube mobile streaming is now open to all. No longer has a subscriber requirement. For those of you that remember, I maybe talked about this earlier this year, but YouTube is now doing live streaming from a mobile phone. You previously needed to have 10,000 subs and like so many views to be able to get access to it. Now they've taken that requirement off. We knew they would. We knew they would eventually. But yeah, here we go. The ability to go live on YouTube. The previous requirements that you had 1,000 subs. My bad. Before the requirement was set to 10,000 subs. In a bid to compete with other services, it looks like the limit has been dropped further, all the way down to 0, etc., etc. So now you can stream from your live. Now you can live stream from your phone. It's one of those things. They know Periscope is a thing. They know Twitch mobile streaming now is a thing. This was the inevitable. We knew this was coming. I'm honestly surprised it actually happened as quick as it did. Did Google announce anything cool today? There's some stuff about an AI word thing. It's cool, not cool enough for regular people to care about it. It's only cool enough for like really nerdy people to care about it. So yeah. But the art of, or the science, the market, the market, the market of live mobile streaming is becoming more of a thing. It's going to become more prevalent as we have services popping up. We have streamers like Andy Milinovich. We have Andy, who's been streaming live on the IRL channel just all the time and is pretty much the IRL streamer on twitch.tv, and he's been promoting a service that does unlimited data via mobile modems. He's gonna be baller as hell with it. So it's very cool. I'm curious to see where this goes. It doesn't suit somebody like me who's so used to multi-streaming, but at the same time, though, if I can find a way to do it, you know I will. Oh God, yes. Yeah, you see Milijovovic. There you go. I just got my... Hey, man, good for you. First time for everything, right, Johnny? First time for everything. Oh, man. I've got this weird taste in my mouth today. I just can't get it out. Shut up, chat. Okay, let's go on to the next article. It's cool. That's all. Here's some more Google news. Google for Jobs aims to make job searching less of a hassle. So a lot of people turn to search engines when they're looking for work. So today, the world's biggest search engine announced Google for Jobs. The project aims to leverage Google's advanced machine learning capabilities, sorting through millions of job listings to better match opportunities with candidates. Right now, Google isn't planning to start hosting its own job listings. It is collecting them from third parties like Facebook, LinkedIn, Glassdoor, Monster, ZipRecruiter, never heard of that one. It then filters the jobs for criteria like the length of the commute and tries to bundle together openings for similar jobs that might be listed under different names. So, that's pretty neat, actually. Something that Google never really had to do, but they're going to now, is create their own job aggregation point, which is awesome. Because, yeah, you do have that issue where people might post on Monster and not on LinkedIn, or on Indeed and not on Monster. This is the best way to go. Have an aggregation point, and in fact, I'm really surprised it took this long, because I never thought of it. I never thought of, hey, why isn't there an aggregation for job postings? Like, I guess Indeed kind of was, but Indeed really blossomed into its own being and never really went further than that. So this is pretty neat. We'll see what that happens. We'll see how Google tends to make revenue off of this. Like, yeah, like it says here, right now, after a user clicks on the job they want, Google sends them another service to apply. According to Bloomberg, Indeed generated over $300 million in revenue in the first half of 2015, and IBIS World estimates that the total market must be around $4 billion annually for the job search market. Man, big numbers, dude. I don't think I ever see Google playing with anything less than the B range. Nice watermelon. Oh, I know, right, man? Dude, it's totally nice. You could have used that a few months ago. I know. Hey, man, you know what? It's the first time for everything, and I guess anyone who would have developed this probably could have got out by Google and never needed a job in the first place. Did you get hair implants on your half bald? Nah, I didn't get hair implants. I thought about it though, like get these two things pruned up right here, man. I thought about it, like, you see that? Bah! Nah, I didn't get hair implants. No, man. You're good. I appreciate that, though, man. I do work on my hair quite a bit, you know. I get up, I take a shower, I wash it, condition it, you know, dry it, put my shirt on, and I'm out the door. All that work that goes into my hair, man, I appreciate you taking the time to notice. It makes me feel really, really good. How many of you guys are part of, like, the maker movement? Just embrace it and shave it? Nah. I'm fine with it. Just like how I don't let viewers dictate to me how my house will look, my office looks, my stream setup looks, my overlay looks. Anything, I don't let viewers dictate to me my personal appearance either. Already too much to do. I'm 6'2". I'm pretty smart, Johnny. I'm pretty smart, man. For those of you that are part of, like, the maker movement, which is, like, 3D printing, laser cutting, CNCing, like, making your own stuff instead of buying it. The maker movement. I don't really know how else to describe it. I really don't care. You would know of a site called GitHub. They are a hub for open source plans that people make, and you can download them and print off whatever they've given you. Well, GitHub, which is a website, now has a desktop app which is in beta, which will let you now, I guess, search the website or the repository from your desktop, which would be pretty neat. I don't really know what the full appeal of it is. That one's not really like up to, I don't really use GitHub. I used it a lot back in Iowa. I don't use it at all here in Canada because there's no point. I don't have a laser cutter. I don't have a 3D printer. It's not worth it to me to have. But for a lot of people who do have it, it will be really cool to have this access at your fingertips via your desktop client. Do my own meals count? No. I want to get a 3D printer for printing fidget spinners only. Why? Somebody explain to me, why are fidget spinners so popular? I don't understand it. I get that they're fun to like have something to fidget with. But why a fidget spinner? Why not just order yourself one of those test keyboard clicky things to test MX Cherry switches? Why not just play with a pen? Why not just buy a knife and, just like learn how to like flip it between your hand without cutting yourself? Why are fidget spinners so popular? I don't get it at all. Kevin P from the text said 3D printers are as low as 40 to 60. Kevin P, I think, is wrong. Want to say wrong. I can make my own I can make some of my own with some paper. Yeah, exactly. Sell them to the vape shop I work at. Who? I really don't get it either, to be honest. I don't understand it, man. Like, are you so devoid of self-control that you can't sit still and just pay attention to whatever it is you are supposed to be doing? Not even trying to do, that you are supposed to be doing. Because the only time I see people talking about these fidget spinners are if they're in meetings or on phone calls or doing work. That's the only time I hear these things being brought up. Are you so devoid that you can't just sit your hands still and focus? It's ridiculous, really. And what's so sad is like I was noticing this today. One of the XSplit reps posted on Twitter, was about to go to sleep, got anxiety, now I'm awake. What? How? What? Like, oh my God. And I'm seeing this a lot more now. I'm seeing this a lot of people. I have anxiety. I have depression. Look, I get depression is a thing. I get depression is hitting a lot of people. Believe me, I understand. But by God, man, people are riding that I have a mental sick wave way too hard. What happened to the days of people just being normal? What happened to those days? Like, and I was talking to one of my other friends today, and she was saying, she's like, well, like anxiety and mental health is the new normal. That's not normal. That is still abnormal. I don't care how many people have it. If 7.5 billion people today said they had depression, it still wouldn't be normal. Like, oh my God. Just, I cannot stress enough. Just please, for the love of God, be normal. Just, I don't know how else to say it. Just be normal. My phone is a fidget spinner. Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure if that makes sense. Oh, no, absolutely it does. What happens is corporations took over and started giving his crap and food, and everyone is effing up because of it. Possibly, man. I think it possibly that could be possibly just people, like, people just, they just want something to make them different. Or they want something just to make their life a little bit easier. And I don't know the reason. I don't know the answer. I really, really don't. I don't know the answer. I don't know even the reason. I just look at this as a guy looking out a window, and I'm just wondering, what the hell happened? Where did everything go so wrong that this is what I'm seeing now in my day-to-day life? I have anxiety. I have depression. Like, I know Legendary Aaliyah, we still don't know what happened with her. She either tried to off herself, or a friend tried to off themselves, or something happened involving Legendary Aaliyah. I don't know what it was. But even then, I look at it like, really? Like, what do you have to be depressed about? What do you have to be anxious about or stressed over? You make 6 figures playing Hearthstone. Like, calm it down. Okay, I don't know, and I'm sure other people let other things get to them, family stress and pet stress and all this other crap. But there is a point where it's like, you just look at it and be like, I'm not sure if you're attention seeking or you're really actually just this retarded, but get over it. It's because people always need an excuse. I actually would totally agree with that, Lily Love. I would totally agree with that. I think social media ruined society. Wouldn't say it ruined it. I would definitely say it didn't really help as much as it did at the start. Social media was good when it first started, when it was kind of like a tool for socializing. And very quickly, when we had influx of e-commerce and corporations getting onto the bandwagon, it became less about social interaction and more about marketing. Twitter is a marketing tool. Now, I don't follow anyone for personal reasons. I follow everybody on my Twitter feed for marketing reasons, for research reasons. Like, it's all about data collection now with social media, where it's not about really socializing anymore. Hell, I think I can count on my one hand how many people actually socialize with me on Twitter, which is a super low number. Okay? It's more marketing now. And I don't want to say it ruined everything, but I don't want to say it actually helped anything either. All something like Twitter's done is help disseminate information around the world faster, and that is a plus. That is a pro. In fact, we're going to talk about social media here in just a second, because this is how I got today's story. Is all marketing yourself? Absolutely, man. That's all I do on it. I look at my Twitter feed. All I ever post is when the Daily Chat goes live, new things coming out, reaching out to companies who I can't get a hold of, PR departments. I reach out to them through Twitter. I'm always doing business things on Twitter. I don't actually do personal stuff on Twitter. No point. I think it's kind of a good thing, because for years a lot of people had problems and couldn't get help. You know what, though? But once again, PowerVids, it comes down to, do you have an actual problem? Do you have a bona fide, verified, solid, real problem? Or did you manifest a problem? Like, do you see the difference? One, like, let's take autism. Autism is a great example of this, okay? Because autism is a genetics disorder. As a fetus, as an embryo, you had something wrong in your DNA. It multiplied through, and now you have an actual problem with autism. ADHD. That one's kind of up for debate, because you hear a lot of people, oh, I have ADHD. Do you have ADHD, or are you just really that bored? Because I can tell you, I grew up in the 90s. I grew up when ADHD was not a thing. In fact, ADHD was not a thing. Autism was something parents were ashamed of, okay? Parents were not like, I love my child regardless. There was none of this crap. It was, my child has autism. Damn it. Like, it was not something people were proud of, okay? And now we have this thing where it's like, people just, there's too many people having too many of the same disorders to call it, to say it's, oh God. I know where I want to go with this, and I don't want to pull a Lee and say, like, you know, cancer kids are meant to die. That's a story for a different time. But that's not what I'm aiming for here. What I'm aiming for, though, is the fact that, like, people need to get help with their problems, okay? Autism you need help with because that varies on a spectrum. ADHD, do you need to medicate your kid, or you just need to find a better way to teach them? That's what I wanted to drive home here. That's the point I wanted to get at. Autism is kind of hard to fake. I told you it is a genetics disorder. It's wicked hard to fake a genetics disorder. Go ahead and try and fake type 2 diabetes. You let me know how that goes for you. A lot of kids had ADHD and tics that couldn't help, and now it's easier. There's too many to say that all of them had it prior. There's way too many cases for that to be a legitimate thing. Like, if you looked at all the people who say that their kid or they have ADHD, you look at it, it's like, this number is way too high. It is way too high to be legitimate. Like, I know there are kids with ADHD, and even then, it's like, the diagnostic measurement for it is still kind of, that's still kind of iffy. It's still kind of a little bit too easy to get through that ADHD diagnostics test. People eat crap food, body chemistry gets out of whack, mental disorders start happening, it's all connected. In that respect, yeah, I will give you that. As you alter chemistry, you will alter your neurotransmitters, you'll alter a lot of the, chemistry of your body, and yes, you will have an issue. I will not refute that, because that is absolutely true. But just, I don't know, man. It's been irking at me all day today. And I just didn't know, like, I'm like, this is becoming, like, super annoying. Like, it's becoming a very annoying thing to have to keep seeing on social media and on my Twitter feed. Like, if you have a problem, go deal with it in silence. Go deal with it outside of people's view range. I'm sure I'm sure some are sure, but think all about the horrible crap that has happened in the last 20 years. Tears War Terrorism Act. Well, that's fine. What the hell is that? Illuminati's in full is that Illuminati? Many crazy people nowadays, mental disorders and all. Yeah, there's a lot of mental disorders. I will absolutely give that, man. I will absolutely stand by. There are mental disorders all around. Some legitimate, some up for debate. Oh, but speaking of cool things, I'm just gonna segue right past what we were talking about. Who has been watching all 886 episodes of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood live on Twitch TV? Show of hands. Not me, because I grew up with Mr. Rogers. But if you haven't, though, you should check it out, man. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Right? Right. Okay, let's get on to the last two topics of today. This one is kind of funny. It's a little sad, but it's kind of funny. Ransomware decrypts a Taiwanese netizen's computer due to his low income. On May 4th, a Taiwanese netizen emailed the helpline of Thundercrypt ransomware after his PC got infected and said that he only makes $400 monthly and couldn't afford the 0.345 Bitcoin he was asked to pay. He later got decrypted by the helpline because they thought they have largely overestimated the nation's income. That's hilarious. It's sad. I feel for the guy. If I had money, I would throw the guy $20 because clearly that would help him a lot. If I had $20, I would absolutely throw it to the guy. But oh my god, the ransomware people actually looked at it like, oh crap, I think we got the numbers wrong. Who forgot to carry the decimal place? Oh my god, that had to be, I would have loved to see the dude who had to open that email at Thundercrypt and be like, what? Oh crap. That's great in every way. That is amazing. I told you, I feel bad. I feel for the guy. And to live on 400 monthly, believe me, I understand what that's like. That's how much I live on. I do get it. But, wow, that has to suck. Like, oh my god. I don't care much for Mr. Rogers, more for Sesame Street Bob Ross kid. You know, Bob Ross, actually, I never really watched him as a kid. Just wasn't really my thing. But I did watch him on Twitch TV, and I did enjoy the ever-living crap out of his show. But Twitch chat really made that all worth it, man. Twitch chat made that great. Okay. You live on 400 a month. No, it's not that cheap to live at all. There's a very, very good reason why I don't leave my house. Like, and I mean that in all seriousness. I get up, I go to the gym, I come home. That's it. The only reason I went to my friend was because it was his birthday. But he lives clear on the other side of Calgary, which is too far to drive because it's too much gas. And gas out here is $1.03 a liter, which is $3.09 a gallon. And it's too much gas for me to drive that far. So I did it one time, and I'll probably only see him one more time this year. No, 400 is not enough to live on in Calgary at all. I live a lot on water, which is actually surprising how fat I am. You know, based on the fact that I don't even eat that much food. Oh, real quick, I just got Audible. Any books to recommend? What type of books do you like is a better question. Do you like sci-fi, nonfiction, science, tech? What do you like to read or listen to? Okay, the last story of today. This broke earlier. Turkish president's bodyguards batter Washington, D.C. protesters, leaving them covered in blood while a leader meets with President Trump in the White House. Erdogan supporters and security guards clashed with Kurdish and Armenian protesters who accused him of human rights violations, leaving 9 in a hospital and 1 in critical condition. Just look at the goddamn. 2 people were arrested as Erdogan and Trump attempted to improve relations between the countries. Wow, that is porn. Okay, let's see here. The Turkish president stopped the ambassador's residence, etc., etc. Okay, so, anyways, the Turkish president met with Donald Trump today. I'm just gonna paraphrase whatever this is because that's a lot of porn sitting on my screen. The Turkish president came to America today to meet with Donald Trump to improve relations. Okay. Armenian people and Turkish people have had issues for quite some time. This is not a new thing. Ben, I know, right? And obviously over human rights violations, people don't like to see that. So especially against their own people. Anyways, there was a protest day. It got out of hand. And the bodyguards just started assaulting people. I mean, they went to town on people. There is video evidence of people on the ground, and the guards walk up and is kicking them in the face. It was horrific. I saw some pictures of people just covered in blood, just absolutely covered in it. And you're right, they are Neanderthals, absolute Neanderthals. But because Trump has no backbone, he won't do anything about it. And it was just, I just watched it today. I'm like, this cannot happen in the first world, in America. This is not okay. And the fact that we're gonna have an issue with diplomatic immunity is gonna just, oh my god, it's gonna stop any progress that we could possibly have. People need to learn how to take out kneecaps drop kick them, yes, you're going to drop kick a military trained bodyguard. You go for that and you let me know how that works out for you. Because that bodyguard's probably going to put 2 bullets down in you. And that's the thing. It's like we have international private security for a diplomat assaulting the citizens of a nation where diplomatic immunity is going to come into play as to the reason why they can't be prosecuted. It's a disgusting, horrible scenario. It's revolting to have to see that. And oh God. It's one of the, like, you guys get it though, right? Like, you guys get why this is bad. You can't have this. If I went to Turkmenistan or wherever the hell this idiot was from, and I started assaulting his citizens, they'd probably put 2 bullets in me without even a second thought. But because he's a diplomat, they're always, and this isn't sometimes, they are always above the law. They're only prosecuted in the laws of their land. And no one's going to prosecute the president who can make you disappear like that. It was a story that broke today, and it's a story that did not get enough airtime or airplay at all. And that's what's unfortunate. I'd probably die, but his leg would get wrecked. But, like, if there's a big dude gonna go ham and mobiles that hope, yeah. It's just been revoked. What's just been revoked? But yeah, that's what I saw today. It didn't get nearly enough airtime, airplay, anything. And, oh, God. Hopefully the Justice Department can do something about it. I doubt they will, once again, because of diplomatic immunity, but I would like to see the Justice Department do something about it. That would be kind of nice. But I don't know, man. It's up to you guys, though. But it's already 12:30, guys. On that happy note, I am going to peace out for the evening. I apologize. Like I said, big things to do tomorrow. Big things to do. Things I don't even want to do, but got to get done. Guys, I've been Rex. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Daily Chat Season 2, Episode 87. I will be back tomorrow night, same time, same place. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are watching live on Twitch or on Beam, hit those respective follow buttons. If you're watching me on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching on vid.me, hit that follow button too. Helps me out a lot. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. Bye.